Hello, welcome back to my channel. I know it's not a very Christmassy video as per se, but today I want to share with you my current favourites because in the past 8 months there have been a lot of times I've wanted to share stuff with you and then I remember I'm not sharing stuff at the moment, so here we are. Okay, the first favourite I'm going to talk about is the Kindle, which was a kind gift to me by Luke earlier on in the year, and it is amazing. It's really cool being able to get whatever books I want immediately rather than having to wait for them to ship out from Book Depository or something like that. The Kindle has upped my reading immensely and I've thoroughly enjoyed it. Related to the Kindle is some of the books that I read on the Kindle. So the first one I want to talk about is Ferociously Happy. That's a hard word. Ferociously Happy by Jenny Lawson. It is a book about depression, but oh my god, I have never laughed so hard. I would highly recommend it if you want to giggle. She just talks about her own personal experience with depression. One of the best books I've read. I found it interesting to hear her stories of depression too, because I don't know, it was just interesting to read someone else's history with the thing that I'm dealing with. The other book I wanted to mention was Shadows Before Dawn by Teal, Swan. It's more of a self-help book. I haven't actually finished reading it because it started to bring up things for me that I just wasn't ready to confront, but I can highly recommend it. It's filled with lessons and stories, and I know that it's going to be very helpful in my journey to a better life and to better wellness. So Shadows Before Dawn. It is Finding the Light of Self-Love Through Your Darkest Times by Teal, Swan. So check that out if you are in the need of a book about self-help, a self-help type book, which, by the way, I love reading. On the kind of wavelength of books and words and stuff like that, I actually have a magazine that I want to recommend, and it's called Marsh. It is an entire magazine about plant-based living, which I adore. It was a very, very interesting read and quickly became my most favourite magazine I've ever bought. And it's just filled with the most delightful things, and of course everything's plant-based. It is a wide variety of topics and discussions covered in the book, not just about food, which I just think is really cool. The next thing I'm going to talk about is a bag that I got for my birthday. This is the bag from Matt and Nat, which is a vegan company that make obviously vegan bags, and it's just beautiful. The inside is made from recycled plastic bottles and it actually holds quite a bit of stuff, and it's quickly become my everyday bag. I was looking for a really nice bag for a long time, and then I decided to invest in a Matt and Nat piece because I knew that it would align with my values essentially, and it's just a cool little baggo. Another interesting favourite, which is kind of strange to talk about because I can't exactly hold it up, but it is my new spice shelf. So while I've been away, Luke and I have been slowly making a conscious effort to be more zero waste, not zero but just low waste, and try and reduce our packaging and things like that. So one of the things that I wanted to do was start putting things in glass jars. So to start small, I started with our spices. Just little jars, and I have gotten a white pen, inky pen type thing that I could just write on the flavours, and I just think they look really nice together all lined up on their shelf, and I just love it. So I'm slowly wanting to transition everything into jars with the white label writings on it as well, and I just think it will look really beautiful in the end and make my kitchen a happy space. On the note of being more eco-conscious, Luke and I have gotten really heavily into our eco bags, which I love again, and I'm very proud of him that he's been conscious about not getting plastic. He never takes a plastic bag now, which I adore. We have a whole collection of supermarket bags, which are our eco-friendly bags, but there's also this little one which I like to put in my carry bag, just so that I can, you know, if I go out somewhere, I will have a little bag to carry things around in that is not plastic. So there are a few Harry Potter things I want to quickly mention. Number one, Harry Potter Christmas decorations. Obviously Christmas, I'm enjoying it at the moment, and to combine it with Harry Potter is pretty epic. My favourite of the 3 Harry Potter Christmas decorations that I got is the Time Turner. I just think it's really beautiful and it's so cool to have it on the tree. I just really like it. The other thing that I'm enjoying, I've got some Harry Potter pajamas. This is just one of them, but it's probably my favourite out of the ones I've got. And they are just some comfy track pants, pajama pants. When I saw them, I was like, I want those because they're Harry Potter. They're probably not going to be comfy, but oh my, these are so comfy. They are the softest and most comfiest things ever, and they quickly became my go-to. It's covered with little details from Harry Potter on it, so it's got like Hogwarts, the map, the Mordor's map, Harry Potter, just like little figures and things from it, and it's just in this grey colour, stretchy, comfy, just perfect to like wear your Harry Potter obsession around the house. The other Harry Potter thing that I want to mention is a company called Ordinary Owl, which was started by Cherry on YouTube. Unfortunately, I didn't get anything from the collection. She did a release last week, and I stayed up till 1 a.m. to try and get me a little pin that was like a staff badge for Honeydukes, and they literally sold out in 5 minutes and I couldn't get one, which was so disappointing. But I wanted to tell you about it just in case she releases some in the future. Her pins are really creative and thoughtful and unique, which is why I really loved them. The last part of these favorites that I want to talk about are some YouTubers that I've been enjoying while I was away for the past 8 months. I feel like my whole subscription box kind of shifted gears, and I kept a list on my phone of people I wanted to follow when I went back. One is Tasha Leyland. She's a Canadian bohemian goddess. She talks about style a lot, and she does thrift videos, which I think are really cool. She also has a little online store called Soleil, which I have brought a piece from, and it came beautifully packaged and totally made my day. So she's one of my favorite people on the internet right now. The second person I want to mention is Book Roast, or her name is G. She obviously makes book videos, and she also does subscription box unboxings, one of those being Harry Potter subscription box star, because she's a Harry Potter fan. I've really been loving her videos, and her content got me more inspired to read. She also does magical readathons, so next year I'm hoping to do a readathon, which I think will be cool. I didn't even know that was a thing until I watched her videos. The other person I want to mention is Kristen Johns. I've been loving her videos lately. She's got 2 little dogs, and they're super cute, Camper and Honey, and she just strikes me as a really bright light character, like a bright light person, and that's why I enjoy her content. She talks about style and I don't know what, her vlogs. She's just fun, and I enjoy her vibe. Hello, future Brittany popping in here because I filmed that part yesterday, and then I had a thought today of a couple of other things that I wanted to share with you. So one, on the note of YouTubers, is a YouTube channel called Honey Bunch of Onion Tops. She's a vegan YouTuber from Australia, and she does really cool videos and makes really awesome food. I followed one of her recipes earlier this year, and it was divine. I made a chocolate pie, a vegan chocolate pie, and it was so good. So she does these film essay type videos that also incorporate food. So she'll take a film like Julia and Julia and then take recipes from that film and then make them vegan. It's called But Vegan, and it is really good because she does a film analysis part of it, and I really enjoy film essays. And then she also makes the vegan food, which obviously I enjoy food as well. So I just wanted to give her a little recommendation to you. And then the other thing I wanted to quickly mention was a podcast I've been listening to a lot while I was away, and that is JGOK, which is Jen Gotch is okay sometimes. It is obviously a podcast about mental health run by Jen Gotch, who is the founder of Bando, which is that accessory company. So she does this weekly podcast where she talks about all things mental health, and she's just really fun, and I enjoy her talks. It's kind of she does little discussions, and it's not too serious, but it's relatable, and she talks about things like anxiety and depression. So I always enjoy listening to her podcasts. Yeah, I do find them to be quite fun, not too serious type of thing. So they are a good listen. Those are the 2 extra favorites that I wanted to mention. I will hand it back to past Brittany. The last favourite I want to talk about is this candle, which my mum got me for my birthday. It was actually just from a plant store, because, oh, plants, that's also my favorite. I've got a new plant and I love them. They are brilliant. So I'm going to mention that as well. But yeah, this candle, it smells like sweets and it's so delicious. It's made in France, made from vegetable wax, and it's called, well, it is red fruit scented candle. I'm not even going to try and pronounce that because my French is not fun. One more favourite that I wanted to talk about is this cardigan, which I got last Christmas from my nana. It is from Urban Outfitters, and it's called the Jessie Oversized Cardigan or something, and it's literally the cardigan of my dreams. I want it in cream, and I swear that people on YouTube wear it, and I just die every time because I really want a cream one in my collection. But it's just the comfiest, coziest thing ever. And I mean, I had this before I went away, but I have been wearing it a lot, especially when all I want to do at work is be comfy and cozy and feel good. So yeah, this is another favourite. So those are my current favourites, or just highlights from the past 8 months. I hope you found this somewhat interesting, and if there's anything you take away, let me know. I will see you very soon. Thank you so much for tuning in. All the good vibes and love. Bye!